What do we know is in this 2,700-page bill that will result in thousands of other pages for individual government agencies? What do we know is actually in this bill? Because has anybody really actually read the bill?
Well, I don't see how. We've only had 72 hours to read it, and even then they've changed it since then. But if you look at what it does, other than the government agencies, the next thing you get to, after the IRS agents, of course, but you really get to the fundamental problem of the government programs we have in place today, the health care programs, Medicare and Medicaid. Right now, Medicaid, you're lucky if you can see a doctor if you're on Medicaid. They are going to put 15 million more Americans onto Medicaid. So if you're on Medicaid now, you're going to have less doctors to see. On Medicare, if you have Medicare Advantage, that's going away. So now the docs don't even want to see Medicare patients. So the two existing government programs, Medicare and Medicaid, are going to be loaded up. And then there's this new government-run insurance program that's going to be ran out of here in Washington, D.C.
All right. So, Congressman, let me see if I can sum this up to the American people. The American people are going to pay more taxes. What, $2.4 trillion I saw Paul Ryan on one of the Sunday programs this morning.
Yep.
We're going to lose jobs because I would predict that employers are going to end up laying people off, even part-time workers. Tell me if I'm wrong there. That we are going to risk the greatest health care system in the world. Is that your interpretation or just my interpretation?
Yes, all of that, but don't forget the point that we cannot pay for this stuff. We cannot tax any more than we already have. And so when you're talking about trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars that we are not going to be able to collect. I made a joke last week because it was St. Patrick's Day that people must be waiting for leprechauns riding on unicorns with pots of gold. They didn't come, and now we must be waiting on the Easter Bunny.
Yeah, well, you know, it seems like it. You know, I got to tell you, the overwhelming amount of email that I have tonight is one of deep worry, anxiety, concern about the future of the country. And about the process and about the corruption in this particular case. You've mentioned this yourself. The American people, is there a way to pull back on this from your point of view?
Well, we are worried sick here. It's been a miserable time for us to watch this happen. I think that what's going to happen, the only way this can be beat ultimately if they get this done, will be a new president, because I can't imagine us getting to the point where we could override a presidential veto. Even if we could get control of the House, control of the Senate, how can we overhaul this next year?
And do you think
we won't have a president?
And do you think that this vote that we're going to watch in this hour tonight, in this country, what do you think are the political ramifications of this?
Well, you know, look. Personally, I don't see how the American people can let crazy leftists from the 1960s that are based out of Hollywood and San Francisco run this country. You've been to my district. You know what it's like, Sean.
Yeah. All right, Congressman, frightening point of view, and I tend to agree with most of your analysis. Thanks for being with us.